All right, straight barbecue. I definitely pressed record the first time. Okay. Wow.
At least we haven't gotten too far.
Steelers versus Browns. Definitely didn't talk about this already. Okay. I'm gonna talk about the other 12 o'clock games. I'm not doing that.
Okay.
Buccaneers versus Dolphins first. That's the first one we're talking about. I feel
All right.
so nuts right now.
I do too, but it's all right.
All right. Here's the big thing. The Dolphins are at home. Um, you have Quinn Ewers playing.
His second
So
start,
yeah, it's his second start. He threw two interceptions his first start, 200
no
yards,
touchdowns.
nothing. Um, the Buccaneers are a good rushing defense, and obviously, uh, Devon Chain is a very is probably the best running back, top five running back probably. He's very
Oh,
good.
100%. 100%.
1,700 yards on the season. I mean that is insane stats.
Yeah,
You could see.
especially with how bad they've been and him having that kind of stats just shows you like he is that good.
Oh yeah. Um, the Dolphins defense isn't there, but it's getting better. But I feel like it's too late to get better. Um, and then only the rushing defense is good on the Bucks. Other than that, it's not very good. And then in my situation right here, I'll probably take Tampa because it's Baker Mayfield in my eyes versus Quinn Ewers. Baker's the
And you
better
got to also
quarterback.
think that Mayfield is playing for something because they're technically a game behind the Panthers right now. So they got to win because if they want to match up in week 18 versus the Panthers for the division, they got to win today.
They do. It's a very important game, and also Baker's a better quarterback than Quinn Ewers right now. The offense looks better for the Buccaneers. Now, I am a big fan of the Dolphins offense. I love Darren Waller. I really like Jalen Waddle. Devin is very good running back. Darren Waller is a touchdown like end zone threat. He gets touchdowns. That's all he does really. He really just catches
Yep.
touchdowns and then gets like another 12-yard catch a game. I really like both the offenses here. I just I just think the Buccaneers need to win. And another good situation for needing to win is if you're the Lions playing a third string quarterback for the Vikings, how do you lose that game?
I don't understand that either because what was Goff thinking? Because it was a lose or go home situation, and you're versing a third
Max
string
Brosmer,
quarterback,
who has 46
and
passing yards. Like, oh my
he had
gosh.
he had he had a total. He was like something. It was like 51, and then after the 51, he got sacked 7 times, and so they had a total of 3 yards of passing.
How do you lose
But
that game, man?
because Goff had 5 turnovers of his own, he had 2 picks and 3 fumble losses. I mean, it's one of the biggest games of the year for you versus not that great of a team this year,
At all.
and you completely crap the bed. I mean, I
It's
don't know.
insane.
I
It's
don't know
insane.
how they did it. I don't know. But back to this Bucks and Dolphins game. You got to think the Bucks have Baker Mayfield, who is always been good when he needs to be. Um, you also have Emeka Buka, who literally is looking like the rookie of the year this year. So I mean, and then they do have Bucky back. Bucky Irving's back. So I think the Bucks win this one as well. I think it's going to be close, but I think the Bucks pull this one out for sure.
If Quinn Ewers can play good against like a mediocre defense, it'll be close. I like the Buccaneers here.
I say
Um,
if Quentin Ewers looks good today, I got a question for you. If Quentin Ewers looks good today, do you think Miami doesn't pick up a quarterback, goes with Ewers next year to see how he does, and they trade Tua next year?
I think the biggest problem with the Dolphins is seeing like how they could even trade Tua or who would take Tua. I mean, watching Tua is a gag. I've never seen someone. Tua kind of gives me like a Bryce Young vibe a little bit, where he'll be really good one game, and then he'll throw three interceptions, and then he'll be great, and then it's just it's just inconsistency with Tua. He's thrown interceptions where I have just laughed. I've been like, wow, that wasn't even
Yeah,
close.
he
Like
he
that is
is ranked
insane.
#1 in interceptions right now with 15. So
That's nuts. The problem with him is he's a huge turnover machine. Um, and I don't really know what team would want him. Like, if you're the New York Jets, are you like, oh yeah, I'll trade for Tua right now? Like, is that who
no,
you want as a
the New
quarterback?
York Jets actually came out and said that they are really high on that Vanderbilt guy, the one that was at the Heisman. I forgot what his name was in the draft.
No, that'd be a good pick. Just the problem is whenever you draft young rookies to a team that doesn't have any tools. Like yeah, Brees Hall's a tool,
Look
Garrett's
at
a tool when he plays, you know. But other than that, it's just like you draft a guy to a team and they don't play well. It's kind of like Cam Ward. Like everyone's like, oh,
Yep,
Cam Ward's
Cam.
a bust. He's not a bust. He's on the Titans. Like he's not a bust at all.
Titans, who have one of the worst offensive lines, one of the worst receiving cores. Like it's just him out there basically. I mean, he can't do it all. Like,
Oh, I know. That's
and I
insane.
feel bad for Cam because it's been a rough year for the Titans. It really has.
Oh, for
Like
sure.
they're
It's usually
fighting to see if they can get the #1 pick again 2 years in a row. Seriously, like it's supposed to be not the same pick every year. Like there's supposed to be progress here. Like be 4 or 5 this year, or 6 or 7 this year, and then the following year you want to be in the tens, the 15s. Like sure, you want the good picks, but at the same time, if you already pick one, round one, pick one. You don't want that again because then did you even have any progress from the previous year?
I feel like there was good progress. I think Cam Ward is the future for the Titans.
I agree.
But they just need to get someone that can help them. And like obviously everyone needs to improve on the O line. Uh Whenever we talk about the Bengals, I got a really good take for the Bengals. I'm excited about the Bengals future. But right now I'm gonna go to the Patriots Jets game.
Oh,
Very close game here.
what a
I think
spread. Can we talk about that spread real quick?
two touchdown spread.
Wow.
See,
Um,
like you could be like, oh, Jets plus 13, and it's just like no, I can't, and I might not even
who's
bet on
using
this
their
game because
quarterback
it's like
today?
if you put $1 on this game, and it's only gonna add 2 cents.
Their quarterback's
I
Tyrod.
I'm screaming Patriots.
Oh, I'm
Honestly,
screaming Patriots as well.
if the Jets beat the Patriots, Drake May will not win MVP, and he's not gonna win it anyways. But still, like he'll be out. Like, how do you lose to the Jets? Like,
And
actually.
I think their head coach Mike, he is hungry because of what the Titans did to him last year. So I feel like he's going to ball out this game because he wants that #1 pick that the Broncos have right now.
No, I
So
agree. I agree.
I feel like he's going to ball out and hope that the Broncos lose one.
And honestly, a big thing about the Broncos too is that they really play down, man. In no world should the Broncos barely beat the Chiefs. In no world, especially how injured they are. Um, if the Broncos stopped playing down, they could be legitimate threats in the playoffs, but they just play down, which is so weird. I don't know why they do it, but they do. Not really much to talk about in the Jets game, though. I would just say Patriots to destroy the Jets. I wouldn't be surprised if they
I
did.
got one thing about Drake May. Do you think Drake May is the franchise quarterback, the next Tom Brady for New England?
I don't think he's Tom Brady. I think he's definitely the next franchise quarterback for sure. He's very impressive. Almost four. He's gonna get 4,000 yards today. 25 passing touchdowns with 8 interceptions. It's a very good stat line. And what is he? This is his
100%.
third year or something like that. What is it? How much years has he played? Three?
Second year.
Oh,
Second
it's
year.
only second. It's his sophomore year. Oh my
Yeah, he was in the
gosh!
same draft class as Daniels and also Williams. So
Wow, he's a freak. Yeah, I mean they have a
Does.
good running. They have a good running back. They have good running backs. Hunter Henry's a great tight end. And a lot of injuries, honestly, on the offense of the Patriots too. But it's really not going to matter. Um,
Yeah, especially versus the Jets. I mean, it sucks that Henderson is out because he finally gets his chance and he shows out when he finally got his chance.
he did. Um, but yeah, other than that, there's nothing really much to say for me. I don't have anything to say.
Yeah, Patriots by a lot. That's basically all it is.
All right, so Saints versus the Titans. Uh,
This this is honestly I had trouble picking this game today because I do picks and stuff just like picking what game, and this one's up in the air because this is literally the crap bowl, we call it, because these teams have nothing to play for. But
no.
I think Cam is Cam, and I don't think I get that he's been showing out that Tyler should or whatever showed.
I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Doe.
Doe, okay.
I don't
Well,
know
he's been
how, but
showing out ever since they got rid of Rattler and put him in there. I mean, he's been winning Saints games. Honestly, I thought the Saints might have been the team to go the first time go 0 and 17. I really did.
no, I agree. Tyler Show's been very good. Is he better than Cam Ward? He's playing better than Cam Ward for sure. Am I gonna pick someone to win this game? No, no way. Titans are at home, so I mean, being at home obviously gives you good advantage. Um,
But the only bad part
maybe
is that the Titans literally are dead last in almost everything, and so is the Saints. So that's why it's so hard to pick who wins that.
if I was gonna pick a
Everybody's
team,
dead last and
I would
everything.
probably pick the Saints because the Saints are beating good teams. So that just shows that they can win. This will be an interesting game because of the Tyler Show Cam Ward battle. I feel like, but other than that, I don't really care for it that much. I probably won't bet on it, but if I was to pick a team, I would pick the Saints to beat the Titans at home. I really don't have much to say. I don't know much about the Saints team or really the Titans team. The only thing I know about the Titans team is they're not very good, and Cam Ward is their future quarterback. That's all I know.
All I know about the Saints is they got Kool-Aid. I mean, that guy's name's great. So, I mean,
Crazy last name. Crazy
that's his
last
first
name.
name. That's his first name,
His first
Kool-Aid.
name is Kool Aid.
Kool-Aid McKinstry.
What?
Yeah, he's a DB. And
Wow.
then they still have Cam Jordan on the edge, and sure, he's been okay this year. I mean, he has 8.5 sacks, 12 tackles for a loss. They also have Chase Young. He's young still, but 7 sacks as well. I mean, the only way that I see the Saints beating them is if they can beat that Titans line, and that Titans line needs some help. So I think that the Saints win this one as well.
Yeah, I just picked the Saints. So, I mean, they're playing good. I like it. I like the Saints pick. Now, this is going to be my favorite game to watch. Cardinals Bengals. So, I've made my choice. I wanted to pick like a team that's bad but has good upside this year to like be a fan of. I was a huge Packers fan. I'm an Aaron Rodgers fan. Um, but I don't want to start a new podcast, go on social media and be like, "Oh, I was a Packers fan." I don't want to do that. So it was between the Giants and the Bengals. I'm gonna be a Bengals fan. I think I'm gonna ride Joe Burrow until he leaves or whatever. But yes, I like Joe Burrow. I think Joe Burrow's a top five quarterback when he's healthy and has a full season. Um, I like the Bengals against the Cardinals here. Bengals are at home. Joe Burrow's got a arm on him. He has
You still got
amazing
you
has
still
a
got Chase and Higgins. I
yeah.
mean,
Chase Brown's a very good running back. Jamar Chase is obviously a great receiver. T Higgins is a great one-on-one catcher. Um, they have good tight ends. Gasecki's a good catching tight end. Noah Fant's a good backup tight end. They have a great offense. The only problem with Joe Burrow is their line. If I was Joe Burrow, I would not be giving my offensive linemen fossils. They don't deserve gifts. They don't deserve to get a gift this year for Christmas. Cole. They haven't been good
I
to Joe
mean, what did
Burrow.
they what did the Bengals expect though? Because your offensive line sucked last year and you paid the same guys to suck this year.
I don't get
They
it.
paid their offensive line to continue to suck. And that's the thing that I didn't understand. Because this team, the all the weapons that they have on this team, their defense is decent. It doesn't their record doesn't show how good they really are. Because you gotta think Joe Burrow was out for remainder of this year. He just came back maybe like what, 2, 3 weeks ago. So I mean, this team definitely probably will destroy the Cardinals because their 5-10 record doesn't show how really good they really are.
All right, so here's another point. If I don't bet on the over, ever, I don't bet over under ever, this game is going to go over. Here's why. Jacoby Brissett is playing very, very good. He's playing very good. He's been good as the backup quarterback. He's been playing better than Kyler Murray has, and I feel like that's why he's playing. Is Kyler Murray injured?
Kyler is still injured. Yep, he's out.
Yeah. Um, I
He's been
like
out most of the year.
I like how Jacoby Brissett's playing. Um, the Cardinals can put up some points, man. And looking at the Bengals defense, I want you to click on the Bengals icon, Dylan, and look at their defense.
Oh yeah, it's like
They
dead
are
last.
horrible. They're horrible.
But you gotta also think. I think the Cardinals don't win this for this reason right here. James Conner out. Another receiver, Greg Dortch out. Another running back, Bam Knight out. Marvin Harrison is questionable with a heel. I mean, they're just not going to have anybody other than Trey McBride to throw to this game. If Harrison can't go,
Yeah, also don't take the over on DraftKings because that means that both teams have to get 4 touchdowns each. That's a lot of points. Don't do that. 54.5 is a scam. That's crazy. Well, am I going to
yeah,
take the under? No, because if I take the under, every team's going to have 5 touchdowns. Not doing that. 54 points is a lot of points in football. That's a lot. I'm
that
not
is.
touching
Yep,
it. Not touching it. I almost want to take the under. Like, actually.
I would
That's
take
a.
the under for sure.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm doing it. 4 touchdowns for each team. Like, the Bengals aren't going to score 7 touchdowns. Like, holy crap. That's a lot of points to get. Yeah, take the under. If they go over, Dylan, I'm going to crash.
Yeah, I would too because that's a lot of points for two teams. But I get it. I get why it's that high though because the Bengals defense is not that great. It's almost dead last in every single
Which
category.
is nuts.
And then the Cardinals defense also isn't that great. They're literally ranked in the top 20s as well. So I mean, I think it's just going to be an offensive day. And they don't have offense either. So I mean, I would take the under for sure.
No, I get that. The under's pretty good pick there. Seahawks versus the Panthers. Here's the problem. Listen, I'm obviously taking like anyone that's like, oh, okay, this is the best team in the league versus one of the most inconsistent teams. The
Mhm.
problem with the Panthers is that they're inconsistent, and here's what I mean. They beat the Rams. They picked off Matthew Stafford 3 times. The problem with that is that if the Panthers can play a very good game like they did against the Rams, who knows who's going to win this game? If I
Yeah, it
was
doesn't make any sense to me that they because how did they beat the Rams and then go on to lose to the Saints and then beat the Bucks?
Who knows, dude? So like obviously if you're ballsy, Panthers at home, you take the +7. But for me, I feel like this is Sam Darnold. This is Sam Darnold's like, hey, the Rams couldn't do it. Baker couldn't do it. I got it. And honestly, this is going to be like a crazy opinion, and I feel like this is not going to be a popular one. I feel like the Seahawks' downfall really is Sam Darnold. I feel like if they're going to lose, it's going to be because Sam Darnold played bad, and he has shown to do that in the clutch. He has shown to not play good. I think Sam Darnold is the make or break of this team. And it's like, oh well, that's the quarterback, obviously. But no, I think Sam Darnold is a big like, hey, if this guy does not play good, you guys will not win. And it's not like a Texan. They don't have a Texans defense, nothing like that. It's huge. This is a big Sam Darnold game today, honestly.
I agree. And also, you got to also put in perspective that Sam Darnold is ranked third right now in interceptions. I mean, he turns the ball over. That's the issue is that he loves to turn the ball over
That's
in
right.
games that he shouldn't be turning the ball over. So, I mean, as me being a Bears fan, I really want the Panthers to win this. I
Yeah,
really do
yeah.
because then the Bears can move up to that number 1 seed if they lose. So, I mean, that would be really nice if the Panthers lose, but as not a Bears fan, the Seattle Seahawks have this game, in my opinion,
They should
just because of how teeter-tottery the Panthers have been all year.
listen. Either the Panthers are going to have the greatest game in franchise history, or they're going to get destroyed. There's no in between with this Panthers team, and it's really like if Sam Darnold can just do Sam Darnold things this year, they'll win. But we'll see. All right, moving on to the two games that we talked about, but I didn't press record. Pittsburgh versus Cleveland. Now, obviously, a big thing for Cleveland is Myles Garrett's sack record. A big thing for Pittsburgh is DK and Calvin Austin being out. That really puts a dent in their offense. But other than that, they have a really good offense. Their offense is very running back heavy, and they're going to have an offense where both of their running backs have 1,000 yards. Aaron Rodgers playing really good. He hasn't threw an interception in about 5 games. I like Aaron Rodgers against the Browns defense. The Browns defense is ranked number 1 in passing yards, though. But I feel like when you throw a lot of check downs to your running backs or you make the short passes, I guess that really doesn't matter that much. Um, I really like the Steelers in this game against the Browns.
I'm with you on that one. Steelers, I get that it's only like a 4-point spread, whatever. Um, but the Steelers have this one. The only thing is that Myles Garrett is gonna be mad. He gonna be mad
That's
because he
right.
wants this record bad. And you could tell last week if you watched the game that when he literally had an opportunity to get it and he missed the guy by like half an inch and somebody else got the sack. That he was literally so mad that he didn't get it right then and there. So I have a feeling that he's going to be mad coming into this game, and Aaron Rodgers and them are going to have to worry about Myles Garrett, and that's all they're going to have to worry about. So if they can beat Myles Garrett, they'll be fine. They'll win this game by a lot.
And the people out there saying, "Oh, Miles Garrett's playing for stats." Duh. Duh. Like of course he would. What do you mean? Yes, Miles Garrett wants to get the record. Wouldn't you want to get the sack record? Wouldn't you want to do
But
that?
and that's another thing is that I feel like he's gonna have more of a chance now with DK out and stuff because Rodgers can't just lob that ball up to DK down there somewhere because DK doing what he did completely screwed the Steelers and honestly could
Yeah, I
possibly
agree.
screw their chances of making the playoffs
See, if the Steelers
because of
lose
it.
this game, which is possible, it really is possible. Browns at home with a good defense, and they don't have their wide receiver one. Yeah. Here's the problem.
Or wide receiver too.
Yeah, I know this is kind of a weird offensive game to bet on. Honestly, I might take the pick out because I don't know. I want Rodgers. I'm a Rodgers guy. Judkins is out for the Browns. Uh, Harold Fannin just got moved up to Pro Bowl, which means he probably will play. Dylan Sampson got moved up to Pro Bowl as well. Njoku's out. Ford is out. This is an injured game for the Browns. Now, if the Browns can't get moving on offense, I'm sure that it'll be a very close scoring game. I don't see them going crazy. I don't see either team going crazy on sides, like on the offensive side. I
Yeah,
the
this is gonna be a defensive game for sure.
For sure. I would like the under. I like the under.
I
Uh,
like the under too.
40 points.
I think that there might be 30 points and that's
Oh,
it.
the under is 35.5 on DraftKings. Wow. Yeah, that is a very that's not a lot of points. Okay. I am going with the Steelers though, not very confidently. Now that we relooked at it, not very confidently.
I'm only going Steelers because you got to think the two running backs that they're going to be playing is probably a fourth and fifth string. I mean, one only has 49 yards on the year. The other one has 61 yards on the year. So they won't have any run game. They're going to have to pass it. But who are they going to pass it to exactly? Because Jenkins is also out. I mean, and David Njoku's out. Like it's just injury after injury because Aaron Rodgers is gonna have trouble without DK or Calvin Austin. He's gonna be throwing to people who have 14 receptions in Adam Thielen this year, 12 receptions in Roman Wilson this year. You got Geno Smith, Geno Smith who doesn't do anything, um, and then Darnell Washington, that big guy. I mean, he has some good stats, but he's throwing to people that aren't even starting like as good. I mean, they have Marquez Bentley Scantley or whatever, but he usually only does like punt return and kick returns. But I think the Steelers have this one. It's gonna be a close one because of all the injuries, but I think the Steelers pull this one out and then win the division.
Yeah, I feel like the Steelers need it too, so that's very good as well.
Yeah, they win today, they win the division. So
Jaguars versus Colts. This is I feel like for me, like this is a very good pick for the Jaguars. Colts at home. Philip Rivers at quarterback. Jaguars defense is good. Philip Rivers. Um, who didn't he verse the Texans defense though? Philip Rivers.
uh
No, that was
no.
Jones. So Philip Rivers has he's okay. Not gonna lie, he's kept him close against good defenses though. Um, he already got blew out by the Jaguars. Seahawks have good defense. That was a close game, shockingly. A lot of people were shocked by that. Got blew out by the 49ers. I don't see a Colts winning this game. I'd take the
I don't either
Jaguars
because
here.
2 weeks ago they versed the Jags and they lost 36-19. So I mean, I don't see him winning because especially with the Jags on a 5-game win streak right now, they're hot, they're warm, they know what's next is the playoffs, so they're hot right now. They're moving
Yeah.
through it.
Trevor Lawrence is he's cooking right now. He's on fire. And I don't think it's gonna stop because honestly I don't see the Colts defense really affecting Trevor Lawrence that much, to be honest. Trevor Lawrence is playing very good. Uh, Travis Etienne Jr. has been a good running back. Parker Washington's a good touchdown catcher for them. They have a lot of good wide receivers. Jacoby Myers is a good wide receiver. Brian Thompson's a good wide receiver. Parker Washington's a good wide receiver. They really spread it out on this offense. It's a very good offense. I like it. I like it against the Colts, honestly.
And they have gone, I think, like 6-2 since they acquired Jacoby Myers from the Raiders as well. Jacoby Myers came over and he's been putting on a show for the Jags. So I mean, the Jags did what they had to do during the trade block, and they're gonna run away with this game.
I
I
see
just
it. I
because the
yeah.
Colts on the other side, sure, they're both on fire right now, but the Colts are on fire for a different reason. They're on fire like a dumpster because they've lost their last 5 games. They started 8-2, and now they're 8-7 and missed the playoffs. So I mean, it just shows you that injuries are key, and their key losses had to be Daniel Jones, AR-15. I mean, they just injuries killed them this year for sure. I thought the Colts were going to be good this year, starting 8-2, but then it just went downhill when you had to go pick up a guy that's been sitting on the couch for 5 years and was about to be introduced into the Hall of Fame. And he came and played, so now his ballot isn't even active until 2032. So he can't even get into the Hall of Fame until then.
Yeah, that's wild. Um, yeah, I don't really think there's a lot to. That was good. Good take. I'm good to move on to the 3 o'clock games. Are you good?
Yeah.
That was all the 12 games.
Yep.
Giants Raiders. Now,
This is round one, pick one game. That's
Yeah,
what this is.
pretty much.
I mean, it's Vegas isn't playing Max Crosby. He's pissed about it, by the way. He is so mad right now that he possibly could be traded next year because of it, because he's missing a lot of money because they're tanking. They're tanking the rest of the year. So they straight up told Max Crosby he is not playing these next 2 games.
Yeah, so I mean, like, here's how I'm looking at this. Max Crosby not being there obviously sucks for the Raiders. Um, Genty just went crazy against the best defense in the league. He is about to fry the Giants right now. This is going to be nuts. I am like certain that the rookie of the year race is between the wide receiver on the Bucks and Genty. Um, Brock Bowers is out with the knee. This is not a good game to bet on at all.
Nope, I wouldn't bet on this at all.
This is a trap. Geno Smith played good against the Texans, but he's probably going to play awful against the Giants. It's just how it works. Um, if I'm
He's
going to,
tied first with Tua in
I,
picks. I
I
mean, he
know.
loves to turn the ball over as well.
If I could pick any team to win the game, and another thing to consider, Jackson Dart is coming off of the worst game of his career. He's going to have a bounce back game against the Raiders defense. Um, I kind of like the offense more of the Giants. And when the Giants are healthy, they're going to be fun to watch. They're going to be a good team. Um, but the
Yeah, when
only
Cam comes back and stuff.
when Scatterboo comes back, when Neighbors comes back, it's going to be good, man. That's a good trio to have. I'm going to root for the Giants and the Bengals. I like both the teams. I can't pick a winner. If I was going to pick, though, I would want to root probably for the Giants. I want to see Jackson Dart be good. I also want to see Genty be good. The only thing I'm going to pick for this game is a Genty touchdown. That's the only thing I see happening. Other than that, you guys can go free with whatever you want to pick. I will. Majority of the people pick the Giants. I'm taking a Genty touchdown. That's my take. That's what I think will happen.
I am taking the Giants in this game just for the fact that Max Crosby isn't going to be on that side torching them because he is a menace to society when he's playing because he's just so good at his position. He's like Myles Garrett. If Myles Garrett and him were on the same team, that team would be unstoppable,
Oh
hands
my
down.
gosh, unreal. It'd be
And
unreal.
so that's the reason why I'm going to take the Giants because I think the Raiders are actually tanking, and that's why they told him he's sitting out because they want that number 1 pick. So I think they let the Giants win this game without showing that they let them win the game because they technically can't just let them have the game.
No, I like that. That made me select the Giants for sure. I like that. That kind of talked me into that for sure. Now we're gonna move on to the Philly and Buffalo game,
Ooh,
and
ooh.
this is gonna be a good game. Dylan's obviously excited. I mean, wow.
This
Um,
game's gonna be cinema, in my opinion.
in my opinion, and it kind of sucks to say this, I like Buffalo way more than I like Philly. Buffalo
Doesn't
at home.
everybody?
Buffalo at home. Philly has not been great. I mean, 10-5 is good, but they have not been like Philly. They're not the Eagles of last year. A lot of controversy with this Eagles team, and they're still 10-5, which is impressive. I don't know who to pick here. Now, you probably are going to say something that convinces me. Looking at the Buffalo's team, uh, their two tight ends are questionable with the knee injury, but they're a running team, and so are the Eagles.
Oh yeah, Cook's been up. Cook's been great this year for them.
He's been phenomenal. I think one thing that sets these teams apart, though, is the defense on the Bills team. The defense is not that great, um, but it's going to be two really good teams competing against each other. It's going to be a good game. I am not like actually not going to select anything for this game at all. And
Yeah, it's
honestly,
too
I'm
close.
I'm gonna go back and deselect the Giants Raiders pick too. I'm really not a fan of the pick that I had. I'm not confident in that pick. And honestly, I'm going to deselect the Saints too. Not confident in that one either. But actually, I am. Give me the Saints and Giants back. It's only $1, man. I don't know. I don't know who to pick here.
I, I'm the reason why I'm gonna take Buffalo here is because Philly are 1-4 against teams that have a positive record this year. The only loss uh, they lost. Sorry, my fault.
No, all good,
I'm
King. All
taking the
good.
I'm taking the Bills here just because the Philadelphia Eagles have kind of fell off a little bit after that. What game was that? Um, that Cowboys game. After that Cowboys game, they started going downhill. I don't know why, but they did. They lost to the Bears pretty good there on Friday, and then they go back and lose again to the Chargers. But then they versed the Raiders, who not that good, beat them 31-0, beat the Commanders 29 to 18, who also aren't that great. So I feel like since they just versed two teams that were pretty bad, and they just lost to two teams that were pretty good. I say they lose this game as well.
I could see that. And honestly, they should have never been close with the Commanders. At one point, it was a game. Like, it was like, oh my gosh. Like, they could lose to the Commanders. And that's kind of the thing that I feel like Buffalo. I think Buffalo kind of does that as well. Buffalo's like with the Browns last week, uh, coming back and beating the Patriots, barely losing to the Bengals, um, getting destroyed by the Dolphins. It's a lot of inconsistencies. I think the Bills perform a lot better though, and they're at home. I will take the Bills. I really like that pick.
And the thing that's also a little bit scary though about taking the Bills here is because Josh Allen, all right, I don't know if this is what it is, but last week him and Haley announced that they were having their first kid, and his first game back versus the Cleveland defense only had 130 passing yards, no touchdowns, no picks. That's it. But the game prior to that, before he found out that he was having a kid, 193, three touchdown passes versus New England's defense. So I mean, I don't want it to go this way, but if he stays on track like that, then the fall off is real.
Yeah. I don't think that he's. I think it's going to be a really good game.
I agree.
I don't think he's gonna fall off. He's in the MVP race. He can't fall off. That's what I'm. He cannot fall off here. He has. If he wins this game, Matthew Stafford will still take the ring home. Either way, it doesn't matter. He's still.
Yeah,
He's not.
Stafford. Yeah.
Stafford, I feel like solidified. That is his. And finally, the longest segment we're gonna have: Bears to Niners.
Ooh,
I
man.
am taking the Niners at home.
Understandable.
Okay, here's my thing. Dylan's a Bears fan, so he's gonna go crazy. Here's my thing. In my opinion, I'm not even trying to rage bait Dylan. I do not find this Bears team impressive. All the gas, whatever. Listen, the Bears are not that great. Now, coming into the season, Dylan pointed out to me that they did have the hardest schedule. Fair, but going through the season, it has not been that hard. They lost to the Vikings with JJ McCarthy. Vikings are not a good team. Got destroyed by the Lions. The Lions are not good. I mean, I don't know what happened to the Lions. Bears beat the Cowboys. That's good. The Cowboys defense is terrible. Barely beat the Raiders by 1 point. They're bad. Barely beat the Commanders by 1 point. They're bad. Beat the Saints, not surprised. Lose to the Ravens, who had Tyler Huntley. Bears,
Huntley owns us
no, I know, that's crazy. Bears beat the Bengals by 5 points with Joe
in a
Flacco
game winner.
in a game winner. Giants barely lose to the Bears by 4 points.
Came back down
They did.
20-10.
They did come back. Bears beat the Vikings by 2. Bears beat the backup quarterback for the Steelers by 3 points. Bears beat the Eagles because the Eagles are terrible for some reason. I don't know why, but they are. Lose the Packers, destroy the Browns. I mean, put Schroeder in a box. 3 interceptions, nuts. Beat the injured Packers. I am not impressed with this team. Now, do
That
I?
game was game of the year.
Oh, you love that game. You love that game. Um, I like the Niners. Now, George Kittle being questionable is scary to me because the Bears listen, and this is like I was dude. We were talking yesterday. I was dissing on him bad, but the Bears could beat them. They can. Do I think they will? No, because I don't think the Bears defense is good enough to stop McCaffrey and Kittle and Jenkins and Purdy and Kendrick Bourne. Um, I like the Niners at home here.
Niners at home here.
I like it.
See, I'm also gonna agree with you here. I say Niners at home just for the reason of this offense is incredibly dangerous. They can either start Mac Jones, they can start Purdy, it doesn't matter. This offense is superior because they
Oh yeah,
haven't punted since November.
it's scary.
They didn't. I mean, they don't punt, and with the Bears defense, the only thing the Bears defense has is takeaways. Everything else, we can't beat the run. We're like one of the worst teams against the run. We're one of the worst teams against the pass. We're one of the worst teams in red zone. But the only thing that's different is that we're like number one in fourth downs. We're number one in takeaways by a long shot. I think we're the only people to have plus 20 or more takeaways in differential. So that's going to be nice. But this just came in. Um, Darnell Wright, he is questionable. Didn't travel with the team to Santa Clara. So he could possibly show up at a later time, but he's now questionable. So our offensive line has two people out in Newman and Wright. So it's going to be tough with Bosa on the other side if he's even playing. I don't know if he's playing or not.
I don't think so.
Okay, he might still be hurt then.
And I feel like that's another thing. Like you mentioning the quarterback duo, that's a scary thing because Mac Jones and Brock Purdy, they know the offense like this. I showed the back of my hand, by the way. I know they know the offense like this. I mean, that's scary. Nick Bosa's injured. They're just an injured team. I like the Niners team. My grandma's a Niners fan. Um, it's good. I'm texting Caleb back. But yes, I like the Niners in this situation. I do think that the Bears have been pulling off miracles, though. I mean, you said a stat yesterday. It was like the Bears' chances of winning all those games in a row was what? 0.000 what?
Hold on 1 second. Yeah, we're 6-0 in one score games that we were technically supposed to lose.
I'm texting Caleb to see if he wants to do the games with us for the
Okay.
NBA if you're doing it, or I don't
Yeah, I
know.
could do it.
That'd be
Fine
fun.
by me. Yeah, here it is. The Bears had a 0.000127.8% chance of winning all 6 of those games, and they did it. And that's the thing that's scary is that if you give the Bears enough time on that clock and that they see the fucking light, that they just see it, that they know, ooh, we still got a chance at this. And they've been doing that all year. And that's why they call us the cardiac bears, because it's constantly stressing and sweating as a fan watching this team, because usually the Bears lose those games. The Bears constantly lost those games in the last 5 years that we haven't been good.
All right, I had to add the call. I had to make it a group for Caleb, but yes,
Yeah.
I agree. The Bears are definitely on a roll, and they could definitely do it. But I think like if you're betting at, and you're like thinking like, okay, who's the better team? They're at home. They have a better offense. Their defense is better. You take that team, but the Bears just pull it out. They always pull the game out. And I think
Somehow,
that,
some way. Yeah.
yes, and I think that with that being said, I think you could take both teams and not be too upset about it. I think if you wanted to root for the Bears, root for the Bears. I like both these teams in these situations for sure. So that is the end
And
of
and
go on.
the Packers losing last night, the Bears won the division as well.
Mm-hmm.
So we already clinched the division, so we only can have one, two, three, or four, which means we will have a home wild card game. And so that also makes me think that the Bears possibly could make it to the divisional round.
No, for sure. And looking at the games from yesterday, um, Malik Neighbors, like, okay, obviously the huge thing for that game was uh Derrick Henry, 4 touchdowns, 216 rush yards, and then the Zay Flower touchdown. Um, I think it was more to that. Like Derrick Henry had a phenomenal game. Malik Neighbors balled out, man. He fried them. 18 for 12, 288 passing yards, one passing touchdown, 9 carries for 60 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns. Who is this guy? Christian Watson, 113 yards, 1 touchdown, 5 receptions. I mean, holy crap.
Yeah, that's Christian Watson's second game all season of getting over 100 yards.
Yeah, and he was injured, and that is nuts. I mean, to come back and perform so good. I mean, Malik Neighbors looks like a starting quarterback. This is nuts.
And I've always said this that not Malik Neighbors, Malik Willis is honestly
Oh shoot, Malik Willis,
one
yeah.
of the one of the best second string quarterbacks in the league. I honestly don't think I think he might be the best second string in the league because he literally just beat a record for like the most yardage out of a quarterback out of a Packers players for a long time.
Oh no, he was more impressive than Tyler Huntley in my opinion. And another huge thing was where did Josh Jacobs go? Four
Oh, I
carries for
know.
3 yards. I mean, what
When
happened?
he when he was running all over the Bears defense, they didn't even run him this game.
I mean, what happened? What? Where did he go? Why was he out? He ran the ball 4 times and then ran the ball in the third quarter and the second quarter. Didn't run the ball once in the first quarter. Didn't even play the fourth. What happened? Why? Why did Josh Jacobs only get 4 runs and a
That's
reception?
what I'm trying to figure out too.
Like, and then to play him in the third quarter, knowing that people like will get the void. Like what? That is
Yeah, and
nuts.
it doesn't make any sense because in their loss against Denver, he had 12 for 73, averaging 6.1 and a touchdown. Versus the Bears, 12 for 36, still averaged 3 yards a carry. And then versus the Ravens, you don't even run him.
But you could be like, oh well, he didn't have good runs. Well, that's not what Josh Jacobs is. Like Josh Jacobs, you're gonna run the ball. Like you're gonna run the ball with him. I just don't understand why wouldn't you want him to even be a catching threat since Malik Willis was doing so good at like throwing. I don't know, understand it. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, he
That
only had one reception for 0 yards last night.
like you don't play Josh Jacobs more in that situation. Like I don't know what the Packers were doing there. That is just shocking to me. Um, but yeah, I am very like Malik Willis. That is so good. That's nuts. I'm not huge on Tyler Huntley. Derrick Henry was impressive. Zay Flowers caught his touchdown. Um, the Packers lost, but they won. To be honest, I love that they could see Malik Willis as a future quarterback. Though Malik Willis is probably going to leave, it was good to watch. It was fun to watch for sure.
It was fun to watch because seeing him sling that rock and also that one play where he like was looked like he was gonna get tackled backwards, but he spun off of it and still picked up more yards. I mean, he was looking like prime, like his prime.
Oh,
And
for sure.
and I think just him getting some playtime while Love is out right now with a concussion it's going to make teams look at him and open their eyes and be like, maybe when he was with Tennessee, it wasn't great, but maybe all he needed was a coach, and
Or
Matt
someone to
LaFleur
throw to, you know.
and someone to throw to exactly. But here's another thing is that how do you as a Packers team go and pick up a wide receiver in the round 1 and he doesn't even have a touchdown this season yet? Golden doesn't have any stats this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
He has no receiving touchdowns at all. His longest reception has been 46 yards. He only has 28 receptions, 41 targets, only 353 yards. They run him too. He has 10 carries for 49 yards, no touchdowns. Longest is 9 yards. I mean, he's going to finish with his jersey number in touchdowns. And it's sad to be honest cuz I thought Matthew Golden was going to be a menace to society when he came.
No, I definitely I could see that for sure. I want to talk about the Texans Chargers.
Okay, we can.
And then I'll move on to NBA. I'm not gonna wait for Kayla. I don't know what he's doing. But listen. Um Justin Herbert played really good. I know that he was sacked 5 times. He played really good against this defense. I am very like good with Justin Herbert being better than CJ Stroud. He is for sure. I am not big on CJ Stroud. Justin Herbert's interception was because Galveston hit it in the air or something happened and it was definitely his fault for not catching it. If you watch this game, the wide receivers dropped a lot of Justin Herbert passes. And
Oh
obviously, you know,
yeah.
the Texans defense is very good. CJ Stroud is not impressive in my eyes at all.
I agree with you. I
I
agree with
am
you. I think this defense is what's going to win them championships. I'm going to say it again, but Texans only way they do a run in the playoffs is that defense and CJ Stroud's got to step up. I mean, you literally have good receivers in Jaden Higgins and Nico Collins, and you do have running backs, which Nick Chubb is back. He only fucking carried once for 1 yard this game
I
because they didn't
know.
really need him. Whatever, because they had Woody Marks going crazy at 71 yards, 19 carries. So I mean, they do have an offense, but CJ Stroud, man, you can't be throwing 2 touchdowns and 2 picks. I mean, you can't be turning the ball over like that.
And like okay, you look at the stats on paper, it looks okay. But if you watch the game, he got those 2 touchdowns in the first quarter to wide open players. A breakdown on the Chargers defense. That's not CJ Stroud's fault. But it's like after that, you just performed so lackluster in the rest of the 3 quarters that it was just like wow, like it just shows like it's an exposing factor in the team that it's just like they really need to get the quarterback situation figured out. Now, when Take Dell comes back, Nico Collins didn't really have the best game. They obviously are a threat on offense as well, but they need CJ Stroud to break out. I'm not big on the CJ Stroud at all. I'm not impressed with this performance. The 2 wide open passes. Other than that, it wasn't very good. Um, I
And I
think the
agree with
Chargers
you.
also got robbed. Looking at Dickers, the best kicker in the league misses a 30-yarder and then an extra point. What is that? Review this guy for gambling, man. What like what is going on? And then the call at the end, calling what was the call they had last night? They called up an offensive interference call, and the wide receiver literally ran straight into the defender. That was the
It depends.
that's one of the worst ones I've ever seen. That completely bailed them out. There was multiple times where it was third down and the defense would get a penalty and it would make them the fourth down. The Chargers were in the red zone quite a few times and they couldn't convert because of the Texans defense, but still, it was just like the Chargers had that momentum. Am I salty because I lost my bet? Yeah, I am a little bit.
Yeah.
But to lose in the way that they did, to have Cam Dickers play that bad, to have everyone drop passes and the penalties be called, yeah, I'm gonna be salty. That's crap.
And only lose by 4 when literally the only 4 points that they're missing to tie this game up is from the Dicker the kicker.
And it's just like, oh, well, you can't blame the kicker in this situation. You sure can. That was literally his fault, and it's just nuts. You could say, oh, the defense could play better. Yeah, the defense giving up two wide open passes. Yeah, that's awful. But other than that, I mean, Cam Dicker did lose in this game for sure.
And they did step it up because CJ Stroud at the end of the first quarter had like 157 and 2 touchdowns and no picks. And then all of a sudden he only finishes off with 244 and adds 2 interceptions to that stat line.
It's crazy.
So they definitely switched something up halfway through that game or right after the first quarter cuz how does Houston score 14 points in the first quarter and then only score 3 in the third and the fourth?
Because the Chargers started playing good and they just got so unlucky, I feel like. I am ready to move on to the NBA games, though, if you're ready.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, looking at the Warriors Raptors, it's Raptors at home, and it's Warriors to win. A big thing is RJ Barrett could play, Jakob Poeltl's out, and Colin Boyles is out, and that's really their two centers. Looking at the game, Scotty Barnes is going to have to rebound a lot, and a good thing about the Raptors playing the Warriors and not having a center is that the Warriors also don't have a center. Quentin Post is their center, but he's not like, I wouldn't say he's super effective at the center position for them. It's going to be effective though this game because he's taller than all the Raptors players. Um, this is a hard game to pick, and I don't think I could pick somebody to win this game. And honestly, I think it's a lot closer than 4.5. Curry's been on a roll. I don't really think they have anyone to guard Curry. This could be a Warriors game.
I agree. I think Warriors take this one just for the fact that they're on a 3-game win streak. Curry's looking great. I mean, that's really all you really need is if Curry's playing good, they'll win.
No, I agree, and I think the system built around Curry is a good system. Um, I like the Warriors team. I like the small ball team. I like everyone that plays there. Scotty Barnes is just playing really good. It's really hard to pick. For me, I just can't pick. I'm gonna have to skip this pick maybe till the end or something. But it's a hard pick for me. Looking at
Yep.
Philly versus the Thunder, like I say every single podcast, you don't want to bet against the Thunder. I feel like picking the Thunder is always a good bet, unless you're playing the Spurs. Um,
What a spread.
yeah, 15.5, dude. You don't think Philly's gonna cover that? Joel Embiid's out, Kelly Oubre's out, Trent Watford's out, so that leaves Maxey, Edgecombe, Grimes, Drummond, Paul George, Jaron McCain. Now that's a good lineup. I don't think the Thunder's gonna destroy them though. You could take the Sixers spread. I might not even bet on the NBA games today, how they're looking. I like the Thunder
And
here.
I I like the Thunder here as well because I'm a Thunder fan, but I say that it might be a blowout if Paul George doesn't go because he's game time decision today. So
No, and as lackluster as Paul George has been, he's been playing a lot better as of recent, and that can be a factor. But I definitely see the Thunder taking it, no doubt.
I agree because the only people that I've noticed that can beat us lately is the Spurs. So
Yeah, that's it. Also, Dylan's been a fan since we were kids, so none of those comments. All right, guys. Grizzlies versus Wizards at home. Wizards are just not very good. The
uh-uh.
Grizzlies have everybody except Zach Edey and Williams Jr. I like this for the Grizzlies. I would take the Grizzlies here. Um, but I could see Alex Sarr having a good rebounding game. They don't really have a good rebounder, especially with Jock Liddell being out. I can see Alex Sarr having a good rebounding game. Other than that, I would like to take the Grizzlies. I think the Grizzlies beat the Wizards. The big thing about basketball, though, is that you really never know. I feel like with football, it's more like this team can win because of this, and I feel like that makes sense. But I feel like with basketball, Marvin Bagley could drop 30 in a game, and that could be like the turning point. Kind of like
Yeah,
Brooke Lopez dropping 30. That was like the big turning point for the Clippers. Um, with basketball, it's kind of a lot harder to pick. So, with that being said, I like the Grizzlies against the Wizards. Welcome, Caleb. How are you, bud?
well, you gotta also think though is that their first matchup that they had this year was 8 days ago, and
Yeah.
Washington actually pulled it out by 8. So I mean, it kind
N-
of just depends. And then that Jock
What
Layden
game are
or
we on right
whatever,
now?
Laydale,
The Wizards and Grizzlies?
We're talking about Wizards
yeah,
Grizzlies, the first 5
he's
p.m.
he's
game.
game he's game he's game time decision. So I mean,
No, yeah, there's a
Okay.
lot of stuff here, and with Keyshawn George being questionable, I feel like that definitely tanks the Wizards' chances. I really like Alex Sarr in this matchup, though. There's not a super like good rebounder for the Grizzlies. I feel like Alex Sarr could definitely like get a double double, and that's at plus 400. I like that. I like the chance of Alex Sarr doing that.
oh yeah,
Jared Jackson Jr. is not a very aggressive rebounder. He's getting a lot more rebounds this year, but he's not a very good rebounder for his height. Um, I don't see
I
the
just
Wizards winning. I like the Grizzlies to beat the
I
Wizards.
just don't think that the Wizards are talented enough to even hang with a lot of teams. And the Grizzlies are one of them. I mean, they could. They pull out some random games.
and one of
It
their
just
random
depends on.
games was against the Grizzlies 8 days ago.
No, see,
Yeah, but the Blazers also beat the Thunder, so I mean, like,
I agree with that also,
there's a lot
but
of random things that
I
happen.
just I just think that yeah, it's basketball is really hard to predict, and like taking money lines are a lot of RNG. I like the Grizzlies here. I don't think they're gonna lose to the Wizards back to back. But yeah, I like the Grizzlies, and I want to move on to the Celtics Portland game. Um, I think you take the Celtics here, even though the Blazers are at home. You like the Celtics. Denny's been awesome this year.
I like. I think the Blazers can keep this one really close.
No, for
I really
sure.
like the Blazers. Denny Avdia's playing good, and the past the past few games, Caleb Love has been playing okay. Just I don't know. Like
Portland
the
is
other night,
also
he had
defensive too.
I think 16 or 14, which helps out Denny Avdia a lot.
Yeah. With that being said, I'm taking the Celtics.
And Tamani Kamari's been playing good,
Jalen Brown, I mean, he's been playing
and
great
Donovan
too.
Clingan.
Jalen
Jalen
Brown,
Brown is a beast.
he's had 7 30-point games in a row. The Celtics are just a better team.
He's
A,
shooting 50
Yeah,
and a half.
a big
Half of his shots go in,
a
so
big spot for obviously the Blazers is going to be Donovan Clingan's rebounding offensively and defensively. That's going to help them get like secured rebounds for better offensive possessions and defense possessions. I mean, he's a good offensive rebounder. He knows his role. He stands under the rim. Him and I don't know how to pronounce the Celtics center's name. I'm just going to go Quita. They're going to have a good match on the rebounding boards. I definitely think that the Celtics can take it though. The Celtics are a better team. They're more talented than the Blazers. Now, if Drew Holiday and Jeremy Grant were out, for me, this would be a different story. Robert Williams is also out, so he's not going to be helping on the boards at all. I feel like this is a Celtics game for sure. I really like the Celtics at away. I wouldn't be
Celtics are warm
surprised.
too. So I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
I take Celtics
I
as
take the
well.
Celtics over the Blazers for sure.
yeah. The Celtics are hot,
They
Yeah, they're on
are.
a 4
but I wouldn't
streak.
be surprised if the Blazers win this game.
I would be, to be honest. I think the Celtics roster is there's so much more talent than the Blazers right now, simply because they're injured. Now, if Drew Holiday and Grant were playing, that'd be a different story. Grant's playing good. Drew Holiday's an amazing defender. Um, other than that, I cannot see
Drew
the
Holiday's
Blazers
out
beating the Celtics. I really don't. And obviously, Denny could have 40 at any time. He's a very good slasher. He's a good shooter. Other than that, I don't see it.
because Scoot Henderson's out, Grant's out, Drew Holiday's out. I mean, there's a lot of starting Portland Trailblazers that are out.
And also, the Trailblazers are severely injured. Also, it's like kind of like a what I feel like it could be like a they could be super good next year. They have everyone playing. It could be
Yeah,
very
the
good.
Blazers are gonna be really fun next year.
They got a lot of good players that are out. Looking at the Pistons and Clippers, um,
Oof.
Clippers
The
just
Pistons by 20.
the Clippers just came off of a good game. I'm gonna be real. Brook Lopez is not hitting 9 threes again. I doubt it.
Yeah, that ain't
Uh,
happening.
Jalen Duren is coming off of the weirdest game I've ever seen. 11 points and 4 rebounds against the Jazz in 22 minutes. And then other than like it's just so weird. He's such a weird center. It's just crazy to me. Kawhi Leonard and James Harden coming off a good game. I think a big thing for the Pistons though is that they have good defenders that can guard these players. Like Asar Thompson is going to be guarding James Harden. Cade Cunningham is going to be distributing the basketball. He always does it very well. He's coming off of a game where he
They
just
have
had
good shooters
17
all
assists
around.
with 29 points. Good shooters all around. Jalen Duren is a good rebounding center whenever he wants to be. And with that being said, Duren's probably going to have a good rebounding game because Zubac is out. With that being said, even though the Clippers are at home, I really like the Pistons' chances here.
I agree.
And
Pistons all the
is
way.
Jaden Ivey still on a minutes restriction?
Um, I would assume so because last game he played, he only had 14. He's only
Yeah,
played
I'm
14
looking at it
minutes
right
into both
now.
games. I definitely think that he's on a restriction. I like the Pistons' chances to beat the Clippers here for sure.
I agree.
You want to add anything, Caleb, or do you want to move on to the Lakers Kings
I
game?
like the. I think the Pistons are gonna win that game. I think they're gonna handle the Clippers easily. It's not. I don't think it's gonna be close. The Clippers' defense is not very good. Their offense sucks, and whenever Harden and Kawhi aren't like coinciding, like scoring every single possession,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's not gonna be good.
Oh no, I agree. I definitely think that there was a lot of just like wow, Brook Lopez really has 31 on Klingon's head right now. That's why they beat the
Yeah, he's
Blazers.
the odd man out.
Yeah, it was just nuts, man. Looking at the Kings Lakers games, okay, so the Lakers are on a bad run right now. They're not looking
The
good.
Lakers' defense is terrible. The
The late
past month.
the Lakers at home against the Kings, and the Kings are winning. I mean, the Kings have won. No, they're not winning. I thought they won 3 in a
The Kings
row.
are
They
awful.
did not win 3 in a row. Yeah, the Kings are bad. I want the Lakers here. Um,
The Lakers should win by like 15 or more.
I don't understand. The
But
spread's at
their
13.
defense is awful.
No, it definitely needs some work. And with Reeves being out, that sucks. Not that Reeves
And
would help
Russell
him
Westbrook
defensively or anything.
might have some personal motivation.
No, I agree. I like Luca against this team. They don't have anyone that's going to be able to guard Luca. Not that anyone can. They're not going to have anyone to slow him down. Anyway,
And Austin Reeves.
and also
Is
Austin
is
Reeves is
LeBron
out.
playing?
DeAndre
Austin
Ayton.
Reeves is out. Yeah, that's right. He got hurt on Christmas.
DeAndre Ayton against a team that doesn't have a center. He should rebound the ball. I don't understand how he
Should.
couldn't. We'll see though. DeAndre Ayton's really on and off. But yeah, I mean, I could see Luca having a great game. Marcus Smart's gonna guard probably DeRozan or Schroeder. I mean, other than that, there's not really upside for the Kings team. Now, if they had Keegan Murray, they had Sabonis, if they had Zach LaVine, this team could be fun to watch. This could be just a really good scoring team. But other than that, there's not a lot of defense played on both sides of the ball here. So I would probably just pick the Lakers to win by 13. Maybe. I wouldn't take the spread though. Nothing else to add?
All right.
I have the Lakers taking this by a long shot.
Well, for sure. Other than that, though, that's all the NBA games. Long podcast today, an hour and 10 minutes, longest by far. Thank you, Dylan, for joining. That was really great. Thanks, Caleb, for
Thanks for
adding
having
in
me.
for 5 minutes. That was good. All right, I'm gonna get this uploaded, and it's gonna be good. Thank you guys for watching. The 3 viewers, thank you guys.